This is Listening with Franklin Livingston. And our guest is DG.
So yeah, it's just unbelievable the amount of stress that we have to deal with every day, um, in whatever situation. I mean, modern life, you get more comfort, but there's also the corresponding stress, right? Yes, and we got to deal with it. I've been
Deal
telling,
with it in a
yes,
healthy way.
yes, manage it. And I've been also saying this to everyone because I wanted to also help myself. Because, sometimes we're just very good at preaching without really putting them into practice. So that's my case. So once you say it, it's very powerful. It's like I can do this. So in this way also I'm saying we got to manage our stress because I got to manage my stress too and just live healthier, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and in your case, you've had already 4 features, 10 short films, and 100 episodes of like a series. That's humongous amount of like artistic work there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you deal with
Dude,
that?
everything is not ready though. But I think I have learned to deal with it a day at a time. For example, if I'm making a movie and it's, say, my idea is it'll take 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
It has happened actually. By the time you finish the filming, it might be 8 months,
Wow,
right?
is that like stretching already? Like how many
Yeah,
months do
because
you
you
expect
have
it to?
to handle or deal with the obstacles. For example, there are things you can't control. So stressing over those things, like fear based, as an example,
Yeah.
you transfer data,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, the data is corrupted.
Oh
You
no.
can't do anything. You have to refilm that.
Oh.
And what if the talent doesn't want to come back, or talent actually got booked at a different show or a project and they are not available?
Mm-hmm. So what do you do with that? Because you have a contract, right? So that could be
Yeah,
like a
but like
breach of
humans,
like uh
yes and no. I go with more like, because if someone's spirit is not involved in a
mm-hmm,
project, which is very important to me,
mm-hmm,
if they are not bringing in the positive energy, right mindset, I would rather let them go
mm-hmm,
and change the cast.
mm.
Does it require more time, more money, more stress? Yes. But that's the way I feel less stressed. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because the project I'm making, I just want that we all made it like having fun. And this idea of becoming, I don't feel comfortable in that environment where it's so, I'm at work and I'm not at work. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Conway and I, we have filmed 2 feature films together. Like 2.5, actually. One project we had to shut down,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to change the cast now to start
Oh
again.
my.
And so it's just like we have disagreements. Uh, there's always that artistic, what do you call, perspectives and all.
Mm-hmm. That could
But
be
I
the
don't
conflict.
think we create that toxic environment where we suck each other's energy that we can't even sit or like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to work with those people. It doesn't matter they're on the crew or they are in
Mm-hmm.
the cast,
Mm-hmm.
because then you're like, oh my God, when will this be done? If things are lingering, then you're really going nuts,
Mm-hmm.
right? The other thing is, no one can predict what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, weather-wise or with the talent, if you
Yeah.
got sick and the director,
Anything could go
whatever.
wrong. So,
Uh-huh.
like, if I go with this mindset, what if, I'm going to be stressed all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unnecessary worry is like more than half of your stress, or how many percentage does not happen. So that's what they say. But
Yeah.
it's our
And then the
nature
discipline,
sometimes
let
to
me
be
add, because
worrisome.
you come from a culture where you use this term discipline when you were studying at
Mm-hmm.
Catholic schools. Discipline is not a negative word. A lot of times people don't like to talk about discipline. Discipline is a primary ingredient of a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the trailer you were watching of the feature film.
Yes, abrogation
Abrogation,
is the
yes.
title of the film. I mean, you gotta explain to me how you got that idea to put that as the title.
Okay.
So yes, tell me about it.
So abrogation was initially entitled different. And this project was shut down 2 times. There were different
What?
cinematographers whom we call director of
Mm-hmm.
photography, DP.
Yes.
The first guy started. First time we started, and I flew one of my then friends.
In the past tense. All right, that's interesting.
The reason I'm calling it is like it is also like when you're working with a friend, I have learned it's not a wise thing unless
Yes.
friend really respects your boundaries and all.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be the production manager
Mhm.
and deal with a lot of logistical stuff.
Mhm.
And I flew him from Texas,
Mhm.
and he came to New York. The film is based in New York City, and it's filmed 100% in New York City.
Okay. Was he also in your other project?
He and I
artistic
actually,
project?
because he was an excellent writer, I know, and we used to hang out
Playwright.
a lot. He
Okay.
was an artistic. He was a singer initially in California. Later on, became into acting and filmmaking. He
Mhm.
had good connections. He was a good guy. He is a
Mhm.
good guy. But our boundaries or our
Were
disciplines were
blurred.
little
Yeah.
different, right?
Okay.
Discipline was different. For
Mhm.
example, uh, one day before the first day of the filming, he went to Brooklyn and maybe Williamsburg and hung out with friends. And he was like, "Yeah, you should come and hang out and we're
Mhm.
drinking and all that." Now, I don't drink,
Mhm.
especially if I have to act or direct
Mhm.
next day because I know I'm going to be dehydrated. Being dehydrated can affect your mood. It can
Mhm.
really affect your when you're tired,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
ability
And
to discern and all
yeah,
that.
and it affects also your sleep. Sometimes if you don't have
Yeah,
proper sleep the previous night, you're gonna be like floating, have hangover, or like you
definitely.
also like aesthetically you will have all the
Right.
eye bags and everything. But
Yeah.
I heard though, okay, I've read this somewhere online that some in the so I'm not sure. I stand to be corrected again. There are some films where like directors or the staff would offer or like actors would have like a drink or something, and then their level of artistry is actually heightened after like one or two drinks, and this is before filming. So what can you say about that?
I
Do you
can definitely say about that. So first, let me finish. This guy
Okay.
actually. So
Sorry.
I was really not happy. No, no, it's okay.
Okay.
I was not happy that he's not getting his sleep done because of
Mhm.
the.
Partying. Too much partying.
Yeah, and I don't
Too much
remember the
fun.
time difference and whatever jet lag. It's not a
Mhm.
jet lag, but still the time zone difference. And next day he was like half asleep while standing, and
Oh,
I did not like that.
yes.
Right.
Tex-
So anyway, yeah, it was
Texas is in Central, so there's like
a
probably
few hours difference.
yes, 2 hours.
But he
maybe?
definitely wasn't 100% awake. Like you were saying, oh, I want to be awake for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And not because of him, a couple of other issues, we shut down the project, restarted the other guy.
So
And
did he start filming already?
this
Or
project, yeah, it was
so
filmed.
can't you not like have a new one and then there's just like a turnover of like from DP1 to DP2?
I did not like few scenes the way that was.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
So I was like, yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
not done. Okay. So
Mhm.
then what happens is restarted it,
Mm-hmm.
and the DP had questions about. No, this is really something. Sometimes I become very particular. So the contract he sent me, the contract, the language was about equipment rental because
Okay.
he used to do that too. But he used to use the same thing, and I don't know. I felt it like that it should be straightforward. We are doing this thing. That's it. And then there were some questions, logistical, for example, can we film a particular scene in the space? And he would say no. And my thing was, if I have to tell him, Or there was another thing, and I said, okay, there's a scene. This scene is not in the movie now. Originally, there's a scene. It's the interior of a helicopter. This is the way we'll do it. And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yeah, but I know somebody. They can just build an interior of an helicopter." And I was like, "Okay, it's just going to cost 15 grand." So I was like,
That's
"How
gonna be
much
tricky,
time?
right? Yeah.
How much time will he take, and where will
Right.
that be, and all?" So his ideas, in my mind, this is
Mm-hmm.
my. He's a great guy. He still works, has done a lot of other great projects.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, his suggestions were problematic
Mm-hmm.
because, again, you can run into weather, you can run into a lot of
Mm-hmm.
logistical stuff, blah 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 blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. We shut it down. Then after some time, it, it was the third time this project was done, and when project was filmed, when I got the footage, uh, COVID already. We filmed. We The final scenes were done in January 2020. The COVID project started in March. I didn't see the footage. I sent it to an editor in Florida. He didn't do anything to it for a year because he was like, first of all, he was not communicating. After a year, oh, my wife kicked me out. I got divorced and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
I learned from him some of the scenes I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
Now the problem was, shall I throw it away? Can I make it a movie or not? And it was very,
How come you missed that there were like scenes that were
because the DIT, the technical term
mm-hmm.
DIT work, I was trusting the DP's uh, AD, and they were very close buddies. Uh, AC, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
that they thought, oh, they'll take care of the DAT work. So
Mm-hmm.
I did not double check. I thought
Mm-hmm.
the DP will do it, or
Mm-hmm.
his friend will do it,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not double check until after a year.
Oh my.
And
So
after a year, refilming could be very challenging because
with the actors
now
different
everyone
hairstyle.
looking different because
Kind
of
of
the
that.
lockdowns. You see?
Yes, oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I gained weight during the lockdown.
right.
Oh
And
my.
then it sort of went through different editors, and I didn't like so on, so on, so on, until uh, the last guy,
Mm-hmm.
whose name is on it, he actually filmed most of the roommates. So the
Okay.
100 episodes, 2 episodes are filmed by two, or maybe 4 episodes are filmed by Connery.
Uh-huh.
About 10 or 12 episodes are filmed by Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Westchester County.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a guy, Sasha. He
Mm-hmm.
filmed a couple of episodes, but mostly it's filmed by Imran.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Mm-hmm.
actually wanted me to somehow let's make this movie based on the content we have.
Okay, but
He encouraged me. I was like, yeah, we can refilm it another
uh-huh.
time and all that. And he edited himself. He color graded it, re-edited actually. And that's why it got delayed. And then we were looking for distribution,
Mm-hmm.
and with the distribution depending on like which company and all. I like mostly the tough environment, tough in a way that we had to revise it 7 times, I guess 6 or 7 times
Wow. Why do
before
you
it became.
choose the stressful
Because
way?
there are tiers, right? So when you make a movie or a project, there are standards, using
Mm-hmm.
that language.
Okay.
So I wanted to aim for the highest standard, which is very costly because each time I would Imran, I would said he revises. I would just sometimes say a few things, but he's really intelligent. He's great, and we'll submit it, and they will
Mm-hmm.
say, "Now this thing is like this,"
Mm-hmm.
and each time I would pay them $900,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it was very costly to go through
Mm-hmm.
that, but I think we learned a lot because I would rather learn that way because these are the people who deal with Lionsgate and Marvel and
Mm-hmm.
Bond
The
movies.
big guys.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I would learn from there rather than a school. No disrespect to the school, but I always question majority of us who go to these top-notch schools,
Mm-hmm.
even acting schools, Yale and NYU. How many of those people are actually in the lead roles or significant roles in the movies and TV.
When you say like going for acting in at NYU or other acting schools, like how many years are we talking about here?
For
Like,
Juilliard is 4. NYU might be 3. I don't know.
yeah.
It might be 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, like even in any what's this? Any profession, I think the best teacher is actually experience. And it will really open your eyes to all those unexpected things that were never taught in school. So,
Yeah, the same what you asked me earlier. So the
yes,
first
yeah.
movie
Mhm.
I tried to learn. So I was in a course at NYU film, and the equipment was so old. The camera was black and
Mhm.
white. So I did not understand the light. I think it was 3 point lighting or whatever. And but I learned about light more by watching other shows
Mhm.
and in doing. For example, so this movie taught me something, and I also about acting. How something appears. You and I can act and get an A grade in a class, which doesn't mean you can do the same at a show.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
first
Yeah.
of all, you are on a show and you are so intimidated. I'm talking about network shows. Uh, you don't get to prep or rehearse with an A-lister who's going to walk in and say, "Yeah, I'm a healthcare professional, and this is a dead body," or whatever you want to say. And if the director likes you, they'll probably have you back. Otherwise, they'll say, "Okay, replace her." You don't even know. They don't care about paying you and then tons of people, right?
Yeah,
And
you never know when you get like so it's a lot getting ahead in this industry. I believe so. It's not only dependent on like hard work, your dreams and dedication, but also well, this is the reality because
yeah,
we've seen some other people like you mentioned other people could be could go down deep into the pits of depression because they didn't succeed in whatever short films they have done, even giving already 200% of their time of their effort and everything. It's a combination of everything, like luck, your I don't know, it's just timing, everything, right?
I think, I
There's
think
no
these
specific
sad
formula.
realities. There's an expectation involved when you act.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go and act in a Law and Order, and your expectation is I'll be in that
Mm-hmm.
show. And I've heard this from a lot of people who went to be in a commercial, that
Mm-hmm.
when the actual commercial came out, because they were among 10 people.
Yes.
And by the time camera went on them, the director already told the
cut.
editor to cut.
Yeah,
Right?
so yeah, you were
So-
edited out. So that's why I never
Yeah.
share anything. Oh, I've appeared in this because I could be edited out, and okay, there goes it's reality. So
Or in this movie, I had that some, I would say majority of the cast members, and they reached out to me when is it coming out, and I wasn't able to share that we are having a lot of problems,
mhm,
and a lot of these people don't even understand what goes in the post production.
mhm,
Because here's something which is so funny. I have seen that I once sat with my own actors from the series, and we would watch, and our DP got actually ill, and so DP's then fiance, now wife, took him to an emergency in Westchester County.
hopefully he got.
Yeah, he got better. He's doing great now.
Yeah,
And,
you never know.
I told the cast, let's do something here to kill time, and I don't know who recommended. Let's watch
Mhm.
a few episodes, and I had rough cut of them. And then we watched something else.
Mhm.
And I said, "Do you see any difference?" And they were like, "No." And I was kind of hurtish because one guy, who's really experienced actor, I said, "Don't you see any difference in the quality or the color or the light and all?" And he said, "No." So I was quiet, and I was like, "Okay, that's why." Because a lot of these actors who work with us, they act and they think
Mhm.
either they did well or they would say I didn't do well.
Mhm.
And whenever they think they didn't do well, usually they have done great.
Yes, yeah,
Right?
yeah. Actually,
And-
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
But this quality or the effects of these minor ambience
Yeah, we
light and all
don't.
that,
We don't
um,
study that. Yeah.
they can't make a difference. And when they can't make a difference, a person like me is like, okay, so they don't understand color grading is such
Important.
It's very sensitive or complex thing, right?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, that's why I got
And
I
and they will
like
keep they will send you, when will I get footage? When will I get footage? And I'm like, soon, soon, soon. One young female who is in this movie, I once read there was an article on her that she's starring in this movie,
Yes.
and I know she asked me twice. But when the movie came out, actually, none of these actors, only two people from the whole cast got
Get
back to me.
to. Oh, okay.
Two people, and I don't know there are 20 people or how many cast members are there. And all these people who were passionate about the footage, they lost that passion in 4 or 5 years. And I still remember there was a British guy, the head of acting at Yale, I forgot his name. He used to always say that they look for people who are in it for a long haul. Long haul was the phrase. Yeah, because if you're like, oh my God, I don't know, I just want to act now and want to show people, and we got an award and all that.
Well, you can't blame.
Yeah,
Because I
sure.
believe I may be in that category.
No, I mean, we all are. I was too. I'm not saying I was always like this, but I feel bad because she got that article, I don't know, through a publicist or how, and or she shared with somebody, they published an article on her, and when the movie came, it came out with a different name. So now it's an abrogation. So that's the making of it. But that made me learn some of the pay attention to the details. For example, when Citadel came out, and in some foreign countries there was a haze was becoming a thing more than usual. And the first movie he and I did, that was also closed down 3 times, by the way.
Wow,
So
3 times.
and that was the first time it was closed down because of the cinematographer. Second time because of the cast. And I've also learned, and this is my experience, 100% mine, and it might be different for different people. People who have MFAs from acting school, they have struggled in my projects.
In how?
Because
In
they
like in
have,
what
they are
way?
so much in their head, they ask so many irrelevant questions, and
Valid though? Not.
well, it
Not
depends.
relevant?
I heard actually Tom Hanks. I was scrolling my social media. I saw a clip of Tom Hanks talking somewhere, and he was talking about a director who just like lost it, and he was saying the director said actor's motivation, character's background, where's all that stuff is the actor's work, not mine, right? And I have had this in my series. There's an actor who has an MFA in acting from Pace, and she just came for a day, and she would ask this different questions, and I think they struggle. They can't take notes because their mind will take them. And I'm not blaming them. I think it's just the educational system. Their mind will go back because they have 45 minutes to, I don't know, depending which class, to an hour to work on a scene. And on the actual ground, we don't have, whether you're in my project or you're in a multi-million-dollar project, you don't have that kind of time.
You don't have the luxury of time. So how many, like, if I'm gonna pick, I'm gonna have to pick him. How many minutes are you given to prepare? Say, for example, if you were just picked out of the crowd, like 5 minutes or.
Yeah, my hope is when my cast gets the script. Usually they get a week in advance, or 3 4 days. Let's say it's a series, right? And the series, it's not that I came up with this idea. I learned this from the people who have worked on or have some sort of contribution to network shows. I learned this from them. It's not that it's my way. It's the way the industry does it. And who's that? Oh God, famous British actor who was offered to be in Two and a Half Men.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's a sitcom. I don't know if you know. It was
Esligmer after to me also. I cannot remember, but yeah, I know the film.
the show.
Yeah, the show. Yeah, the show.
And he said he declined it because the way these shows are made in the US are too fast, right? So it's not that I am doing something wrong. A lot of the shows now I have heard work in the same speed.
Time
So,
is
for
money
example,
here. Yeah, time is money.
so if I'm
It's
giving you 2 or 3 days in advance a
mm-hmm,
script, it's a show, right?
mm-hmm,
And say your scenes are either on 3 pages,
mm-hmm,
depending on what you're playing, or five
mm-hmm,
pages, and maybe less. That's
mm-hmm,
like really extreme. Your job is to read it
mm-hmm,
and act according to those given circumstances.
mm-hmm,
You should be, if you went to, it doesn't matter you went to an Ivy League acting
mm-hmm,
school or went to few
mm-hmm,
acting classes, still
mm-hmm,
they will teach you the same thing. What does your character want?
mm-hmm,
And you will try different tactics to achieve that. What's your goal or objective? It's that simple.
mm-hmm,
But when they'll come, I think so. The movie we had to shut down because the lead actor, uh, one of the leads, it has
mm-hmm.
more than one lead. She had an MFA and she wanted the whole script. I even was nice to give her. And then when I saw that script, she had all generalized ideas. And I was like, yeah, gotta be really specific, right? And of course, like, who likes that? I have an MFA. So
Mm-hmm.
it becomes,
Yeah,
because
kind of like
unfortunately, it becomes like an attack. You attacking me? I have an MFA. You don't know. So stress happens is now I'm sitting there. Oh, I don't know. How can we do this? If a person listens and gradually
mm-hmm,
improves, because there's always that thing that, say, you started at 9, we're getting to know each other, warm up.
mm-hmm,
But by 2 p.m., they should be able to relate better. But if they
mm-hmm,
can't,
mm-hmm,
then you should not lose your sleep on that. Because here's it could go wrong. If I think, oh my God, my judgment was so wrong, and
uh-huh,
I should have had better ways to do audition,
uh-huh.
blah 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 blah. You're never gonna feel better because it's what, oh my God.
Yeah,
And if you say they are wrong, again, you are questioning the particular baggage they carry. We all carry baggage because they
everyone.
went to a particular school and training or
Uh-huh.
whatever. You don't know. They might not be comfortable with certain kind of situations in the scene because of their trauma, their
Mm-hmm,
baggage. So you just have to let that go, believing that wasn't the best fit for both of us.
mm-hmm,
Go and sleep and
mm-hmm,
start over.
mm-hmm,
I try to focus. Like I try to focus, especially when I'm doing projects that I have my 8 hour sleep. 8 hour means 8 hours in bed
mm-hmm,
because it also means 30 minutes to shut down because
mm-hmm,
you lay down and your
mm-hmm.
mind is still
I
thinking of
envy
you
you. I wish I had
beginning to
that.
screen and all that.
I wish I could do that. It takes me
I
hours
mean,
to
it,
sleep.
it requires discipline. Going back, why? Because I do not drink caffeine after 2 p.m. when I
Mm-hmm.
know I gotta sleep. I do
You
not.
just drunk today.
Yeah, it's not 2 p.m. Oh, but and we're not filming tomorrow. The other thing, like yesterday, I was in bed probably at 10.
Oh wow!
Right, tonight I can
I told you
be up until 2 a.m.
I'm at work until like 11, and then go
No,
home,
I mean,
and then
especially
slowly
when you
sit
were
down.
dealing with a gigantic project, the money. Say, just imagine we had a scene. I remember, because this is in the same movie, and
Mm-hmm.
editor edited, and we sent him notes. Also make other people watch, people in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and then we send notes. And we have for that scene, we are asking somebody else to edit. It has 5 people scene.
Mm-hmm.
When you film 5 people scene, you also have to think. So the lighting, of course, you need tons of lights. Right
Mm-hmm.
now there are 2 people, and how many lights are there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then microphones.
Mm-hmm.
Then it had sliding shots, the
Mm-hmm.
sliders, right? And it had a also. So when you have all this cast, just making people sh- quieter or say shut up is
Mm-hmm.
very not easy because everybody will
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, how are you? How was your day? And a lot of people who are the who have the tendency of not booking a lot of jobs. They will say, "How many did you do other projects? And when are you
Mhm.
doing? Who did you headshot? And
Mhm.
oh my God, I want to do a headshot. Can they give me discount?" So it's always about them in networking and not the project. There are
Mhm.
very few people I think they are that sincere. They'll come 100%, and I wish there are more people.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, because headshots are, well, unfortunately, headshots are very expensive now, and most bookers rely on that. Although I don't actually, I just I use my what's this? My
profile picture.
yeah, no. Like I'm just good at like maneuvering it. I don't because yeah.
Well, I
Although of
mean,
course
right
you
now,
have
see,
to.
it's all about an experience. After these many projects,
Mhm.
I don't really go after the what do you call headshots because people look different on the camera and the
Yes,
headshot,
definitely.
right?
Yes. And you cannot
Then
have the same makeup like what I have now. Say, for example,
mhm,
if I'm in like a commercial or as like a laundry again, I cannot have this. I will just be in my plain. Although in the Philippines, may I just share this? In the Philippines, everything is like done with even if I were like a support in a commercial, I would be fully made up with a clean look of like natural look. But here, even if I were like if I was already the lead for like a commercial, I do my own what's this hair
foundation.
and makeup.
Mm.
It was so funny because when I did like this is for what's this beauty center here in New York. So go here like appearing like this, and that headshot of mine was done with full hair and makeup, like
Glass
really,
makeup.
oh my god, super nice, high end, because this was for a high end
Mhm.
beauty center. So anyways, of course I cannot be looking like that because even my hair, the hair stylist took like an hour to style my hair. But this was one of the things that are different in the between here and then in the Philippines, because there, if you were like even the support, they need to like, even it were just for an online commercial, you need to be like fully made up with. But here, that's why I see though that here the commercials are more the actors
Mm,
are more natural looking because they do their own hair and makeup, which is more really
mm.
realistic to me. So yes, going back to the headshot, yes, there's
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe
differences
in headshot
between
anymore because that's the most exaggerated and elevated version of you. And plus, depending on what role you're playing,
mm-hmm. And the
your
light too.
presence, yeah,
Uh-huh.
your presence, how you walk,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
how you
your registry,
stand,
yeah.
yeah,
And how you answer when there's like a
mm,
dialogue, like how you attack that scene.
yeah.
So
There's
so
a
yeah, it's a
lot
lot
that
of
goes into that, and I think I would like to work with people who are great listeners
mhm,
because when they're great listeners, they can make those adjustments, and if they're
mhm,
just closed off, no matter how you try,
mhm,
because their inner system will reject it.
mhm,
They might fake it, but
mhm,
then you can tell the acting is fake,
mhm,
and it's not normal to them, any gesture or whatever they are
mhm.
doing. So, like this, right?
I know, like it relaxes me. This is like one of my ever since I was a kid, I said, "Oh, this is nice. Let me do it again and again." So it's kind of like therapeutic. There's some
Mm.
tactile stimulation there that relaxes me in a good way. So yes, yeah, and going back to that, maybe act as an actor, I think one restriction could be in your head. The reason why you're not really, or you're less into the mode of like listening to the other person, is because you're already thinking what is your next line.
Hmm.
When you have all
And
those
I
lines
think
of
that's
back and forth, you're
yes.
already anticipating shit. I'm sorry for my French. Excusez-moi.
No,
uh,
I understand. I think there are a lot
so
like that thing.
because even me, I'm like anticipating already when I have lines. Okay,
Like
okay,
in,
okay, okay.
in of the film, I always say, don't worry about the lines because
Mm-hmm.
unless it's say you're telling like, oh, uh, the Constitution was written in, so when you have to give a date.
Oh my
But
gosh, are
otherwise,
we
if
back to like the interview for the US citizenship?
citizenship, you
Oh
did.
my gosh, yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
unless it's like that kind of truth, otherwise your truth is in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're dealing with emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you focus on the lines, then you might miss the emotion. So once your emotion is fixed,
Mm-hmm.
when that's truthful,
Mm-hmm.
we can feed you line. You can take a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
let's start with that emotion
Mm-hmm.
and that freedom we have on camera, on
Mm-hmm.
film,
Mm-hmm.
as compared to theater, right?
Yeah, it's
And in film, that's why non-verbal acting is so important.
agree.
And
Yes.
which becomes a challenge to a lot of us who have trained at the US schools, because most of the US schools,
Mm-hmm.
99.9%, are theatrical. They will have a class
Mm-hmm.
where like acting on camera,
Mm-hmm.
but in reality, acting, like a film acting, has a lot of non-verbal, especially when it's
Yes.
drama.
Yeah, subtle movements and
For example, let's say
reactions.
you get out of your home
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, unless you run into an obstacle and you have to yell at them, you will not say a single word.
Mm-hmm.
But your character is in motion,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're sitting. And a lot of actors, I think we struggle with that. We'll say, okay, but I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Your sitting is doing,
Yeah,
your
your
standing
posture.
is doing,
Mm-hmm.
your walking is doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But the
it's
general
all
idea is
part
like,
of
unless I
them.
say, unless I say, unless I say,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes, but
So
what can you say about like Meissner technique? Anything that you can? What is your comment? Or we don't touch on that.
I don't know what the question is, like
Ah,
in detail.
like the Meissner acting technique.
I mean, yeah,
So
I
yeah,
think it
because
works for. I think it's great for those people who are a bit shy and they
mm-hmm,
struggle with observing and saying,
mm-hmm.
right? So I can say that, yeah, you were scratching your hand or whatever.
I
Your
hear,
name's
I
black.
heard my
No,
yeah,
like in
sound like
Meissner, that's
this.
the way you
Ah,
say,
okay,
right?
okay. Uh-huh.
Or then you go deeper
Yes,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
say
and
you're
then you know,
smiling
yeah,
and you're
yeah, yeah.
smiling and you're
But,
smiling.
but yeah, but I what's this? I reviewed
But
some of them.
the thing is, again, when you are on a film set, TV
Okay.
set, you don't have time to do the repetition game,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
most
right
usually
away,
instantaneously.
when so there, I think your given circumstances
Mm-hmm.
are more important, and especially if you're starting off as a I don't know what the technical term for that character is who has 3 or 4 lines to play. As
Day player.
day
I
player, I don't think it talks. It's more like
no day
a
player
guest.
talk.
They do talk.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's how they call it when I was
Oh,
in the Philippines. Well, here it's day player. In the Philippines, it's called something else.
night
But
player.
no,
No.
I forgot the term again. It's leave me off that sungi. But here it's day player. So yeah.
I don't know what you said in French or
Ah, no, no, no. It's
German.
German. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
No,
It's like
the
the tip of
person
my.
like so for example, I've seen in Blue Bloods or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll go to a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor will only say that, oh, he was shot with this millimeter thing
Mm-hmm.
right here, and then the head bone got
Mm-hmm.
fractured,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy will say, okay. So now you were dealing with Meisner is great. You can look what they're
Mm-hmm.
giving you, but I think if you have in so if you know you are not in power, you are talking to somebody who has status over you,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll tell you what voice register should you use.
Mm-hmm.
So your
Yes.
given circumstances are what? You are a doctor or a nurse, so you shouldn't talk like a.
Arrogant, yeah, because
No, I was going to give a really rough example, but how should you talk? How should you
more
approach?
respectful and business-like
Yeah.
because and yeah.
And their question when they'll say, what you got? Or
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes it
Not
happens two people are talking and they just walk and stand there.
mm-hmm.
And then there's a non-verbal. You just have to start your monologue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, the only thing is, who am I,
Mm-hmm.
and what am I giving them in order to receive? Because receive will either, what do I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want them to accept this information
Mm-hmm.
or believe me because I am who am
Mm-hmm.
I? I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
I specialize. They are not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then they can ask like, I don't agree with you. Usually
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't happen. They'll say, okay, move on, and the crime story begins.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of things, less is more. As long as you know who you are. So if you are there with the mindset of, let's say, I am the most pretty, most
Mm-hmm.
sexy, hot woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're making eyes like this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
so
not into character. You're trying
so
to,
that might
yeah,
get you kicked out of the show sooner than
definitely.
later
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
then you are playing someone else.
Yeah, it's
Then,
not the
yeah.
character that you're supposed to
Yeah.
be in. Yeah,
So I
and
think given circumstances are very important. Who are you talking to? Who are you? And all that. Yeah.
mm-hmm, yeah, everything is magnified, especially if it comes out in the big screen.
But
All
all
the
the acting techniques are supposed to make you confident
mm-hmm,
and more relatable and personable, right?
okay,
Which at a practice level is great.
mm-hmm,
And can you 100% identify the emotion inside a human being? I doubt it. Even therapists can do that.
mm-hmm.
With a PhD in clinical psychology, right? So if you say, yeah,
Yeah,
you are
that's
sad,
hard. Mm-hmm.
I am sad, you are sad. You are
Uh-huh.
sad, I am
Uh-huh.
sad. The
Mm-hmm.
repetition. So
Yes.
all techniques are great, but yeah,
It's more than that. Yeah, it's a combination of a lot of stuff
yeah.
to make it to the to make it big time or to make
Well, I
it at
mean, that's
least
it goes back to the same
emotional.
idea of stress that if you have acted,
Mm-hmm.
that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
If you got selfies, if they allowed you to film your selfie or other thing, you should be thankful. But if you are in a movie and a movie you don't know, like big budget movies, sometimes they restart, sometimes they shut down. It's not only, and they also fail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that every movie is a hit movie
Mm-hmm.
at a multi-million dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a hit or miss.
hit or miss. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are with the mindset, oh my God, I want to see myself in it. When will I see?
Mm-hmm.
So the patience which you mentioned, which you
Mm-hmm.
learned early on, if you don't have that patience,
Yeah.
then you are doomed because you are destroying your own health and
Mm-hmm.
peace and mental well-being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you are just wanting to be a star or somebody to showcase, then what should you do? You have a camera, you have a phone camera.
Mm-hmm.
These cameras are great. You don't need this kind of lighting. Go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
Film
the best
yourself.
time to film outside is when there's no sun. Film yourself,
Mm-hmm.
post that on your social media. That's it.
Mm-hmm. You don't like the sun because
It always doesn't look nice unless your
ah
camera has an ND filter built in or
uh-huh.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a great tip to your listeners, to your viewers about filming themselves and who knows
You gonna
you
do
can
that?
get
Because
I don't think I have the time. Well, I can try, but yeah, I've never really I've never really done that. Yes. So yes, yeah, but that's a good thought. Let's
you
keep
said
it.
how to eliminate or decrease stress.
I know,
Just
I
like
know. Yeah, yeah,
sleep
yeah.
early, drink plenty of water, don't drink before you're filming or
Uh-huh.
directing or anything like
Uh-huh.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Don't take
Over,
things personal
yeah, don't over
when you
expect
told
me.
what to do on set.
Mm-hmm.
Uh don't have
Preconceived notions? No.
yeah, but what you were saying, expectations, I was trying
Expectation. Yeah.
to find appropriate word to add. I'm not gonna say unrealistic expectations, but in a way, just don't have higher expectations
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know where the project is, what's
Mm-hmm.
happening, and
And of course, you have the non-disclosure agreement that you have to sign and not say to tell anyone that you're about to appear supposedly in that kind of
yeah,
film.
it's like we found a gentleman here, and He opened up. He lost one of his daughters, and he shared, like, he opened up his heart to
Mm-hmm.
us. And after a week, something happened to the hard drive, which is the most expensive hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I contacted the customer services uh, of that company, another of their headquarters. He contacted, but still no solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, was it our fault? No.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have any control over the thing? No.
So it never got into like what's this film or
No, it's a guest here
oh
on the
okay,
podcast.
okay, all right.
So, these things, that's why you never know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can try your best. But if you lose sleep over it, that, oh my God, how many, they said the podcast is coming in out in early summer. Oh, I'm just waiting for that, waiting for that, waiting for that, waiting for
Mm-hmm.
that. And that is something you are after.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Yeah, even during auditions, the moment you audition, don't expect like a
Let it
callback.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, let it go, and you're just gonna
You
be a surprise. Yeah,
performed for them.
that's correct. Yeah,
And
that's
if it's not a good fit,
there, of course.
so what? Are you
Mm-hmm.
a best fit for everybody? Every producer? No.
Definitely,
But
yeah.
if you're gonna take it like, oh my God, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough,
No,
maybe I'm
no,
not
no.
white enough,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not tall enough, then you, like, it doesn't stop, because
Mm-hmm.
if they'll have a tall person, you'll say maybe I'm not short enough.
Mm-hmm.
If they'll have a short person, you will say maybe I'm not skinny enough. If they'll
Mm-hmm.
have skinny person, you'll say maybe I'm not fat enough. So
Mm-hmm.
there is never ending stress using
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
word.
questioning. Yeah.
So you have to rethink. You have to train your mind to think about the things that heal you or
Definitely.
fill you
Yes.
up.
Yeah. There was this just to share. I auditioned for like a music video and you have to film, dancing,
Mm.
choreograph. They need to like teach you like the choreography and everything and you need to do like the full song for that. And I believe I did well enough. However, I did not get the because they were hiring like I think several. So I was hoping, of course, because I saw my final product of that. I said I liked it, of course, personally. I like
Mm.
I'm biased, of course, it's my work. But then I was hoping to be at least picked among the several dancers in the music. I did not, but I used that music video audition to send out to my dancing and I got as I told you I think four paid dances like
Mm. Very good.
just because of that and I don't have any formal training so this is just to inspire the listeners and the viewers that I know education is very important however just in my case right now I really cannot afford to do like dance classes or I'm going into that hopefully like acting school I wanted to do that however don't limit yourself that oh I'm not gonna I mean hold that audition in a negative way hold it in a positive way because like me no formal and I don't think I'm a great dancer this is in comparison to like all the ballet dance I don't think I am but there is just something about probably that move or like sometimes they see your confidence or I don't know. Just they saw something where in which it has gotten me like some paid dancing projects. So yes, I'm like when I when I when I look at their Instagrams, they're like my other co-dancers. Oh my lord, they're all ballet dancers. And I'm like, what is your? Oh, I don't know any training. It's kind of oh my god, I pale in comparison. But that means to say that still there is hope but of course if you have the ability and means of like going to school for further enhancement of your talent why not so but
Mhm.
yeah
And
that's
if you don't have means, if you don't have time, these days you have a lot of things.
online
Yeah, just
yeah
watch put YouTube
mm-hmm.
and find a place, even if you don't have an apartment, it will have a common area
Mm-hmm.
or a gym,
You
sit
have a
in a
library
corner, dance in a corner. Yeah.
yeah
If you want to do something, you can find a way to do that.
yes
But you have to take that first step.
definitely. Yeah, here in America, dreams are really limitless. And I read your article like, oh, America is still the greatest, most generous country in the world, which I have to agree because you could really, it's endless here. Your dreams could be endless. It's up to you, of course. If you want to, have less stress, then do less, but it's all about your happiness. So if you're content with that, that's fine. So me too, I'm also balancing. It's not all about work. I need to also check if, okay, am I overworking myself? Because eventually our bodies are like machines. So we don't really realize it now, but eventually, the insides of us, invisible as they may seem, like the organs, of course they're gonna start failing if you overwork without proper nutrition, rest, taking care of your body, blah 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 blah. So yes,